John Green, and today it's a crash course with ancient world history. Today's topic is everything we learned so far in Mr. Peterson Ancient World History class this year. This isn't a real crash course until we have a slide in.
So, the politics and government throughout ancient world history, like Mesopotamia, there were lots of wars between city-states, and location impacted the political development because communication was hard. No, Zach, they did not have cell phones back then. Now don't interrupt! The central government in India has a greater power in relation to its states, and its central government patterned after the British parliamentary system. The Greeks had an Athenian democracy and more military rulers. The Roman government was under a republican council, and the Egyptians had a theocracy, which meant that the pharaohs were godlike and their job was to promote truth and justice. The Chinese were communists and socialists, and the Islamic world did not want to be in parliament, but they wanted to rule. As for Mesoamerica, it was the ruler changes when they die and their son becomes the ruler, so it was a king-like ruling, but they were not called the king.
Mesopotamia, as well as Mesoamericans' religion, beliefs include polytheism. Islamic people believe in the 5 pillars, in which Allah is very important. China is a multi-religion country with beliefs in Buddhism, Christianity, and etc. Egypt's religion included theocracy, where pharaohs were godlike, and polytheistic, where you believed in many gods. The Romans believed in many gods as well as Greece. India's people's religion include Hinduism and Buddhism. As for the Mongols' religion, they gave their people more freedom than an escaped monkey from a zoo.
Imagine yourself at a festival with all your family, music playing, and games. Well, I sure wouldn't want to be there. Just kidding. That is what Mesopotamian culture does. Islamic countries do the same way, but with Ramadan and fasting. Ramadan is where they don't eat all day and they can only eat at night. In India, children are reminded of their roles and places in society at a very young age. Zodiac signs are to present yourself, while the Chinese cuisine is characterized by its seasoning. Egyptians approach life more optimistically and confident. We are going to take a little break. Balloons. Well, my birthday is tomorrow, so I want my office full of balloons. Just kidding, my birthday actually isn't tomorrow, but I still want my office full of balloons. Well, we should probably get back on topic now. The Roman culture had a Roman republic, which later turned into the Roman Empire. Mongols, or nomads, actually lived on horseback. Mesoamerica are agriculture-based people.
The only way to keep moving forward is to, of course, have inventions. Like in Mesopotamia, they came up with checkers and the first written language, and also Hammurabi's law code. In India, they invented chess, snakes and ladders, horse toe stirrups, and also surgery. Egypt, they had pyramids and a calendar to keep track of time between floods. China, printing, woodblock printing, printed on hemp paper and gunpowder. Islam, they had fasting and Ramadan, which is no gambling, no alcohol, no pork, and such. In Mesoamerica, the Olmec came up with a writing system, the Mayan, the irrigation, and a 365-day calendar. The Aztecs had treatments for illnesses, aqueducts, and schools. The Inca performed surgery and started an accounting system. In Greece, they invented the thermometer, the vending machine, and also maps, and the alarm clock, and also the anchor. Mongolians invented salt tea, and also whistle arrows. Romans invented the newspaper, welfare, bound books, also highways and roads, and a Julian calendar.
Mesopotamia's first successful empire to lose beyond a generation and see the peaceful succession to kings, cuneiform, Hammurabi's law code, and India came up with many new surgical findings, and Greece came up with many great buildings. Rome is now a republic as they elected leaders. The collapse of the republic when Rome fell. The Hyksos invaded and ruled Egypt from 1640 to 1570 BC. China built the Great Wall and kept enemies out. Islam's Muhammad is Allah's messenger. Mastering riding horseback and hunting on them, the bow, and conquering many villages was the Mongols' successes. America had treatments for illness, and they built aqueducts, and they recorded their history.
Economics and ancient world history have always all been the same. They are usually based on agriculture and trade.
Older me. So you mean that economics are really only based on agriculture and trade?
Oh my god, younger me. No, not everything was based on agriculture and trade. In fact, Rome had the 7 rolling hills, and they're the center of Italy. And also, Egypt had a command economy.
Countries all over the world believe that they're most famous people. Perhaps you can leave them. Perhaps Alexander the Great was from Greece. What made him so great? Egyptians welcomed him more than a savior than an invader. Mongols, Genghis Khan was more of an invader than most. Stan, get out of here! Capturing most of Asia, his goal was China. Romulus and Remus were 2 twin boys from Rome who lived with the wolves. Speaking of wolves, Mohammed was a bit crazy at times, so he believed that he spoke to a liar, which in fact was true. The Islamic culture didn't believe him until numerous amounts of times. Muhammad came back to prove himself, and Mesoamerica had different groups. The Mayan civilization began 2600 BC and lasted until 1517, when most of the population were killed out by Spanish explorers. Shah Jahan, one of the first emperors in India, was high up in the ranks as ruler of the Qing dynasty, and Shai Hankai in China, along with Sargon king of Akkad, the first builder. Queen had to, however you say it anyways, helped us drive the Hyksos out of Egypt. Ruler all over the world has positive and negative moments, but each area of the world isn't perfect. And that's all for today. And our next subject is sledgehammers.
Shut up, younger me!
In Greece, they came up with they invented the could you do that again?